Burning the midnight oil, Mr. Smith? Hey, now don't forget to sign in.
Man, this thing is insane. It's like a car, but it's on rails.
Yeah, it's a fucking trolley, Big Fish. It's not that like revolutionary of a thing. Do you
Whoa.
not know? Have you never seen a trolley before? This isn't that like weird.
But it's not a trolley. Trolleys are like underground.
No,
It's a
that's just
subway.
like a regular train. You're thinking of like a train.
A subway.
And yeah, why'd you
Actually, I
compare
was
this to
thinking
a
of
car? It's a train.
It's a car. It's taking turns in like intersections.
I mean, yeah, trains can do that too, you fucking stupid, ugly bitch. I hate this guy.
Wow.
Nomad, I've been telling you since day one, this guy, we need to get rid of this guy.
Yeah.
But
And
I will admit,
here I
you've
was.
had the-
Hero. You'll
Huh?
admit what? Come on, redeem.
Okay, I'll admit that you did have the good idea to go see Al Capone, all right? But we're all the way out here in like
It's gonna be
fucking
easy
San
money, and
Francisco.
it's totally gonna happen.
Yeah, well, Al Capone didn't operate out of San Francisco. We got to get all the way over to him in fucking Chicago. That's where he was, right?
Yeah, well,
So
Yeah. That's
No,
a
what-
trolley
I'm
is not
hopping
going
on
to get us
this-
all the way to Chicago.
I'm hopping on this rail car, not a trolley, whatever a trolley is.
Ding, ding, ding.
Anything that's about Toronto. Toronto has rail cars, and I don't want to think about it because I don't know where
Yeah.
I'm going with this tangent. Anyways,
This isn't Toronto. This is San Francisco. Basically, the exact opposite of
Thank you.
Toronto.
so
Is it?
you made me hop into this rail car because you said you had an idea about some guy called Christie or whatever.
Yeah. Well, so this will take us past. We need to get to Al Capone, and we need to get him fast. So if we're gonna go halfway across the country, we can't do it by trolley. But where the trolleys can take us is over to American France, which is a fire truck manufacturing company, which does in fact produce around this time period Christie manufactured fire trucks. So
you're
I
a
think if
nerd.
we can get
You know
ourselves one of
that?
those, we can
Fucking
get to there.
nerd.
We can get to Al Capone lickety split. I'm just saying. I made a video on this topic, and so I know a lot about it. You're calling me a
And
nerd
of
now.
course,
Now.
I'm sure that you have a plan to. I'm sure Christie's just gonna like give us his thing for sure. You know, you have a
I
plan for
mean-
that too.
I haven't thought that far ahead, but there's no reason why we can't negotiate something. Christie is an eccentric man. I'm sure we'll work out a deal with him somehow.
Hey, who knows? Maybe we'll get over there and he'll just be arguing with someone in the background, and we'll sneak in and get in.
That would be
Off.
ideal. I'm not sure exactly how. I'm not quite sure how realistic that would be, but I would hope it happens.
The only problem is
So
that
we
I'm dirty
could
fit.
plan our elaborate thing to go on, or we could just kind of start talking again. People like it when we talk, right? Right?
Well, I mean,
They
yeah,
fucking hate
this
us.
the voices in our heads are fucking tired of us.
We're not
But I mean, we're gonna be on this
We're
trolley
not
for a
going
hot
away.
minute, so
Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head.
all right, Felix.
Oh,
All right,
they're out.
Felix. I think I get the idea.
Dude, that was easy. They're out.
Yeah, you just got to do your demonic chanting.
That reminded me of Gollum.
Gollum?
Yeah, you know.
Isn't there a Gollum game coming out?
Why?
Mayhaps?
I know, that's what everyone else said. That's what everyone said when they announced it. There is a
What
Gollum
is the
game coming out.
purpose
Yeah.
of a Gollum game?
So you can play as Gollum, idiot.
Wow, that's great. My precious game. It's gonna end up like the fucking ET game in the desert.
Yeah. It'll be exactly like that. I like how the Harry Potter people they're making like the Harry Potter game where like you get to like be in Hogwarts and actually like have fun and do cool things. It's like, oh, awesome. What do you have, Lord of the Rings? And they were like, you get to play as Gollum. And everyone was like, oh,
That's a shame.
that's so cool.
Talking about Lord of the Rings, Ed, have you ever seen Lord of the Rings? Because
No, I
have a
haven't.
feeling
I haven't either, and it sucks.
Well,
guys
I
have
don't
bad-
think you can say that it
Well,
sucks.
there's no action. I haven't seen any action.
What?
I
I
don't.
haven't seen it.
So
I once again, I think we're missing the core premise here. Is that you can't say that something is bad if you've never seen it.
well, I
It's
can
a
say
very
that
good-
Gup
it's
is
an-
bad. That I
It's
can
an
tell you.
extremely good way to gaslight people, though. Yeah. So
No,
yeah,
man, I
Oh,
Lord
can't
of
believe
the
you're gonna
Rings
do this
suck.
this fucking early in the game, like, or in this early in the podcast. You're just gonna instantly trash Gup. Like, you're just gonna do that right now,
Yeah, I'm just gonna
like
do
at
that.
this very moment.
Yeah.
Okay, because I can see that you're doing that, and I'm not. You can not do that. We can go the entire podcast without talking about Gup. We've done it before. Actually, have we talked about Gup ever on the podcast?
I don't think we've ever talked about Gup.
I've,
Not that I can remember.
I've traditionally attempted to avoid it as best I can, but yeah. Oh well, the only time we talked about it was after with Teabag. After the
Teabag,
episode
yeah.
with Teabag, I was still recording, but you stopped the recording. But yeah, we
Ooh,
talked about
behind the scenes, you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, behind the scenes. I do actually plan on doing like Edit 320 behind the scenes type channel where I can upload a lot of raw footage or stuff that I just don't like, footage that I couldn't find any other use for, or definitely behind the scenes stuff. I actually am interested in doing that. I would love to. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That
What
would be
is
cool.
what did you just no matter
Stop
why
sending memes.
is that fucking pyrocynical?
Yes.
The most insulting
I
part
can't
about
believe I
this.
knew that.
It's absolutely insulting that Paul doesn't fucking bother to edit anything in the podcast, and now he's the one sending memes that we have to verbally describe to you guys.
Yeah,
That's the
audio
funny
listeners
part.
love you to death. Oh god, I'm tired. Audio listeners love you to death. What Nomad Prod has just posted in our Discord is a picture of what appears to be pyrocynical, lopsided. His eyes are not looking in the same direction at all. Looks like he's mid sentence. He's like, looks like he's about to
He's
say
had a
something.
stroke. He's had a fucking.
He's having a stroke. It's a picture
Looks
of.
like he nut, but she kept sucking, honestly.
That's
How it
that's
feels to chew 5 gum.
that's exactly what you would look like if that happened to you. I can tell you from experience. That would.
Wow, flexing over here. Look at big man go.
I was just looking at his face and imagining there's a girl under the frame.
Wow, okay. Oh, it's official. You've done this to yourself. You have to edit this in.
I was about to say, you
If
have to
he-
add this
I'm
now with
If
how
he has
badly I
not
was.
edited
I'm
this in,
laughing
you
at it.
must all unsubscribe from Nomad Prod, crash his career to the ground.
Yeah,
This
take him
entire
down.
moment
I'm done.
relies on it.
Yep.
This podcast has been going down since. No, it's a bit too early to say that.
It's a bit too early, but whatever it is you were about to say, I'm sure you were right about it, and I'm sure you've been saying it since day one.
I've seen some funny
Problem?
memes.
Problem, Nomad? No, stop browsing memes, Nomad.
Stop.
This is a serious time.
Holy
If
shit!
you're gonna
it's
put
like
the
from
memes, then you're gonna-
2012.
Nomad,
Stop.
your memes are not
He's got
gay. No one
fidget
fra-
spinners.
It's a pic.
Oh, I'm Nomad. Look at me. I take memes from Reddit.
That was some Google
Fuck off.
Images.
Shut up.
That's even worse. No wonder it's a fucking like 2013 boomer meme. Fucking Google Images is not the place to go for memes. Like at
On
all.
the
I don't
verge.
know if you figured that out.
Oh, it's so
Though,
funny
if I
gaslighting.
can sidetrack on this, I used the first times I looked for memes, I would just Google memes in Google.
I
just
would do the same.
like
I've always
when I was sorry, when I was really
It's okay.
really young, a young man who's only getting his first like syringe of memes into the arm. Only once can't hurt, you know. I would Google memes on Google Images.
I like, to me, every time I've tried to Google a meme, even like if I'm Googling a specific meme and I'm trying my best to be as specific with my wording to like, I am looking for a very specific meme, Google
He's right.
Images never fucking works.
right.
It always just gives me like the most
I-
cringe shit. Like it
I've
just
gotta
it
admit-
pulls straight from Facebook. I'm pretty sure the Google algorithm is set to pull straight from fucking Facebook
That would be very
because
funny.
it's just the worst like boomer renditions of those memes.
I've got to admit that I do kind of disagree. I've got a pretty big library of memes, just flexing. And sometimes I just cannot be fucked to just go get a meme, to just go scroll down the library. So I just Google it. That's how I do it. And it's always worked. Every single time.
I
I
think
don't
you
know.
have some sort of magical ability to make a Google work for you. But Google
Literally
doesn't work. I
just-
actually kind of like hate Google. Google, like Googling shit just doesn't work for me. I don't know if
What do
I'm
you
just like
Google? I don't know what
dumb.
kind of weird fantasies you have, but
Pornography. Bet you didn't expect that, huh?
What
ooh,
kind of pornography?
you put
Look
sex
at
in
me, I'm
Google.
edgy.
Ooh.
Yeah, guys, I put sex in Google. What was the first lewd thing you ever Googled?
It's probably like big tits.
Yeah, probably. I think for me it was like girl getting naked or something. Probably.
Oh, fuck off with the stupid memes.
I'm not even looking anymore. I'm not even looking in the Discord. Let us know in the comments down below what the first lewd thing you ever like when you were like 12 and you were like, all right, I'm finally gonna do it. I'm finally gonna look up
I feel
porn.
like the
What was
first.
the first
I
thing you
feel like the
Googled?
first time I've ever
We'll
touched
be
my
taking
wee-wee.
notes. The data will be
Will be
connected. The data will be collected.
Be fully aware that you're doing this out of your own volition, and we are letting you know right now that your answers will be documented, will be recorded.
Your call might be recorded for PR purposes or something.
No, for training purposes. For training
Training
purposes.
purposes.
For training
And
purposes.
nothing else.
To improve our quality or something.
To improve our customers. Your results will be recorded to improve our customer service experience. We want to know what porn you watch so that we can be better podcasters.
How come we started like veering off way too hard recently? Last time it was freaking VR porn, and now it's just what's the first thing you beat your meat to, guys?
What can I say? I'm addicted to pornography.
Yeah.
And it's really,
What is your
really, really
favorite
bad.
category?
This is
Well,
a
what is
call for help.
Your go-to category.
I don't know if Nomad. I don't know if we're gonna get personal on this podcast, so I prefer not to say.
Yeah, we won't get money.
But I can make the joke. What's funny? What's a funny porn category that I can joke?
Hentai.
Yeah, I watched hentai. How about that? There you go.
That does
Ooh,
not
Canonic
surprise me.
Edit 320 canonically, because I don't know how many people may or may not realize this, but Edit 320 is a character. I'm not actually how I portray myself, right? Like when I come to Canada, like I'm just gonna not say a single word to you guys the whole time. I hope you realize that, because once I introduce you and I tell you guys, or once I introduce myself to you guys and I tell you my real name and everything, I will turn off Edit 320, the persona, and I will be like real with you guys, and it's I'm gonna like say nothing the whole time.
and
So I
you'll
hope
be
you're prepared for that. And then when you turn on cameras, I'm gonna turn on and be like, yeah, 320 back at it again. I jerk off to hentai. So that's the
And you'll
character,
be
right?
like-
Edit 320 as a character jerks off to hentai canonically. Officially
So you're
confirmed.
getting in the car and you're like, hey, I'm Randy, and then it's over.
Mhm.
Right.
We
And then
could,
it's
like-
that's the only thing I'll say the entire time that I'm there with
You'll
you guys.
be
Yes.
as valuable as like a dummy you put on your passenger seat to use the carpool lane, and that'll be
Yes.
it.
Yeah, that's about it. I'll be basically as useful as a crash test dummy. So if you end up getting in a car accident, it won't be that bad because I'll be there.
What?
I'm trying to figure it out. What? I'll be honest. I think it's the first time I'm actually lost. What were we talking about?
Yeah, we got sidetracked pretty hard. We're jerking off, porn. That's what we were talking about.
Funny porn.
Porn, funny, lol, 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 lol,
Funny porn.
lol,
has a
lol,
porn
lol,
website in his
lol,
history.
X videos. Me when I googled X-Men videos. Uh-oh, accidentally saw the porn of X-Men.
Saw the porn.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
choked the
Uh-oh,
snake
oopsies.
again.
Choked the snake again. Oh god, I accidentally just jerked off and cummed everywhere. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, guys.
Uh-oh.
Dude, it's fine. I'll
Accidentally
clean
to
up. Just
Google
leave
two
the
girls,
house
one
immediately.
cup.
I accidentally just came all over my computer. Uh-oh. How did that happen? That's so wacky and crazy, right, guys?
Ew, that's
Isn't that funny? I'm sorry. I'm trying to go with the like
The flow.
we had a flow. Yeah,
We're
we had a
having
flow going.
any percent speed world word record on getting
Any
lost
percent speed
and
world.
saying
What's a
nothing.
game that you would speed run? If you had to commit yourself to like a full month to speed run a game, what game would you pick?
The game I would pick has already been picked, and it's Mr. Crab overdoses on ketamine.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. That's a good
So-
one though. That's a proven game.
It's been
I think for
overdone.
speedrun,
Fair.
I would speedrun spin tire maps.
Well, you can't. Whoa, that is a good one because I don't
I would
think
speedrun
is
the shit out
possible.
of that. Well, it's
So,
possible. You
what's a
just have
speed
to
run for
drive
that game? Like 2 hours?
I'm actually audio viewers love you to death because I'm actually gonna audibly tell you the number. Unlike Paul, who's been sending memes in the fucking chat.
I can send other ones. I got plenty.
Send the other ones. I won't look at them, and you'll look like a fool in front of everyone.
That's right, a fool. Do your worst, Nomad. You'll only make yourself look more the fool. You absolute filth trash, man. I would speedrun, and I know I would speedrun this game because I already kind of tried to on at least one of the levels. Max Payne 3. It seems a
Holy
weird
shit.
pick, but I have actually looked up. There are like real runs of Max Payne 3 because like the spawns of the enemies and everything are very predictable. And I've seen videos of people doing what they call the ones that I were looking at were no damage runs, where they just it's basically speed running. But the main goal of it is to not take any damage the whole time, or like like never take damage, never get hit once. And that shit is insane, and I would love to do it. And specifically during the very last level of Max Payne 3, for some reason on that level, I was like, I have to fucking try to do this without getting hit. And so I've already like kind of dipped my toes in that territory. So if I had to commit like a whole month of my life to mastering a game in order to speedrun it, I would pick Max Payne 3. And that would be a super fun game to try to speedrun on stream too, I feel like.
Yep. And I think
Like, do my
Mudrunners
training.
or Spin Tires would be a good game to on stream too.
Yeah, because then it's all calm, and then when you're doing the speed run, you can be like, "Oh, guys, look how fast paced I'm going." And
Okay,
you're going
so-
like 16 miles an hour.
There's only one run, and it's all of the maps. The base game, all maps, any percent.
No way.
The fucking guy did it in
How
2
long would that
hours,
take
20
you?
minutes.
Wow, is that
So-
fast? That seems very fast for that game.
That's about the time it takes for me to complete a single map when I'm just chilling.
God damn.
So, and I think
What's
there's
like the
what,
strat? What are
8
you doing
maps?
to make it go faster?
I don't know, but it's any percent. So maybe he just like does
You
stuff.
think there are any like game breaking glitches?
All right,
You
boys,
think
we're
anybody's
gonna-
developed any game breaking speedrun glitches for spin tires?
Hey, if people are willing to, if people are willing to speedrun the ketamine game, like whatever, I'll believe it. Versus 9 maps. He did 9 maps in 2 hours.
God,
That's
damn.
unreal. That's silly. All right, boys, I'm afraid we're gonna have to extend this podcast by 2 hours and 19 minutes while I watch this entire any percent speedrun to explain to you in detail what's going on.
Every
Then the
single
normal
thing that he
podcast will
does.
resume.
That's okay. I mean,
All right, he's selecting the map.
we can just stay here and not say anything, right, Nomad? We're okay with that.
Oh,
right,
I'm not
he's
saying
choosing
anything
trucks.
anyway, so
Yeah.
Wait. All right, he's loading in the game.
holy shit.
Okay. Wait,
So,
hold on. We're not actually. Nomad,
Edda,
what game would you speedrun? Quick, save
Yeah,
us.
you like tanks?
I'm
No.
actually glad you brought this up, Nomad. I'd like to come clean. I actually fucking hate tanks.
Honestly,
I think it's about
Doesn't
time
even
that I
answer
really.
speedrun game.
I think it's about time that I
I've
said
seen
something.
someone say that tanks are the foot fetish of history. What is
That
he
is a
say
very
something-
interesting way of putting it.
Why would he
And
say
you know what?
something
They might
so
have something
controversial?
there.
Something so controversial yet so brave.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I guess I see where they're coming from. I do remember reading a Reddit post one time on like r/history memes. It was about like it was one of the traditional memes of like Germans when you call a Panzer IV instead of Panzerkampfwagen poop shit dick ass fart, and I was like, oh, that's a funny meme that I've seen like a million times. Yeah, you know, the typical unoriginal weeaboo meme that I saw on Reddit. And some guy commented on it, was like, yeah, like I just fucking hate all the people who like obsessed over every little model of tank and plane during the war. Like I just like the macro stuff. I hate I hate the people who fucking pay attention to the little details. And I like genuinely felt offended. Like I'm not gonna lie, guys. I felt called out. I felt there was like a solid like ping in my chest when I read that, and I was like, ugh, ouch.
Oh,
Like, I feel like
that's me.
like fucking say my username next time, dude. Fucking put a link to my channel at least so I get some credibility out of it. Like, don't just call me out like that and leave me hanging.
I've seen a post at some point. It was about cars instead, and it was somebody saying that car guys were the male version of horse
girls. Yes, that
And
is
I
just true.
What
And
is
if you're a
horse
car
girl?
guy,
like, I don't
eat
get
ass
a
right
horse
now.
girl.
It 100% applies to
They're
tanks,
just
too, in my
girls who
opinion.
really like horses.
Yeah,
But,
and
like-
they obsess about them too much. Like, it's
Yeah.
getting
Are you saying that
scary,
you
like,
genuinely? Are you saying that like you've never heard of a
Well,
horse
I've
girl and you
heard of
actually
it, but
don't know
I've-
what it is, or you
I've
just don't
heard
understand
of it,
it?
I just don't understand. Like a girl that
I mean,
likes
yeah,
horses,
no one else.
she likes she likes animals, she likes going outside. What's the problem?
I
I
think
don't
what it
see
is,
the
I think
issue.
why
You
it's
do
like
not
a,
get it.
I think the reason it's a joke is because it's so fucking common. And every time you have a girl who like likes animals, which is already super common, they always fucking love horses, like specifically.
I mean, horses
I knew plenty of horse girls when I was
are
in
fucking
not college, in
expensive
school.
to maintain and everything. So, yeah, I mean,
I've
if
never
you like
seen it.
horses, like you must really like them.
The deal is that I've
Yes.
never seen it as like being common. I've seen it as they like horses. They really like horses. Here's a picture of a horse. You enter her house. There's a saddle on the wall. There's pictures
Yeah.
of horses on the walls. There's
Yep.
There's a horse in my house. It's in
Yep.
the kitchen. It's making pancakes. I'm
We're
going
just a
outside.
bunch of hypocrites. I'm fucking sorry. I'm gonna
I
call
know,
us out.
I
We're
know.
a bunch
I
of
was literally like-
hypocrites.
The whole time he was like, I have posters of horses in my room, and I
Yeah.
literally looked up above my monitor straight
I
at
know.
Centurion poster, and I was like,
I was
We're
gonna-
fucking hypocrites.
I was
He was like-
100% gonna
he was
segue
like,
to that. You
There's a
crazy
horse
people.
saddle on my wall, and I fucking turn around and stare at my Lee Enfield number 4 Mark 1 mounted on my wall, and I'm like,
This scientific discovery here, gentlemen, allows us to establish the fact that everything about the meme is true. You're all the male version of horse girls. That's it. It's settled. Unlike me, I
I'd
don't
rather
have
be a
things
horse
on my
girl than a
wall.
fucking the
You
equivalent
have
of feet
planes
fetish.
all over your walls. You
I
literally-
don't have. I have a singular poster of a P-51, which is more of a
It's a
fucking painting.
P40.
Which looks
It's
good.
not even a P51.
Mans literally doesn't even know his own poster.
Yeah.
It's written P-51
That's
on
embarrassing,
it, but it
actually.
is a P-40.
It's very funny. Also, you have an Airbus poster.
Where?
That's poggers.
Literally where? Say where?
On
Right
your
now.
Let's
on
answer
your
the
on the left
question.
of your desk, like a chart. No, it's not Airbus, but it's a chart with multiple
Yes.
aircrafts.
It's helicopters. I like
Oh,
helicopters. Thank
helicopter.
you.
Oh, so you're a fucking hypocrite. I'm sorry.
Dude, it's a singular poster, and I maybe told you I like helicopters twice throughout the entire time we did this podcast, or even met Era, and you guys have been like, "Oh, tanks, 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 tanks."
Model planes, you have
Tanks.
model planes
Shit.
everywhere.
I do
Shut up.
find it
Everywhere.
funny how you constantly tell us that you don't want us to talk about tanks again, and I'm just like, does he not like tanks? Is he like a? Is he not one of
No,
us?
He's hiding something. It's
Uh-oh.
like
I've got
I have a
plan.
theory. Homophobic people are
Okay.
just homosexuals in hiding.
No.
Whoa!
They're
That's-
No,
just
stop. Cease. No. I
No,
will
it's-
block
it's-
everything you say. Whoops, he's muted.
There is
Um,
definitely a science to denying something so like admirably and so not admirably actually that's not the word, but denying something to deny something so hard that it's like there's no way that you're not like activating some kind of defense mechanism
Yeah.
because you're trying to
that's
convince
my
yourself that you believe that.
I don't know much about that, but I know for a fact that it makes some pretty good memes related to Ben Shapiro and AOC's feet.
I think you should be just as in tune with your gay side as you should be with your evil side. You should know your capacity for evil and be understanding about that, as well as your capacity for gay.
I
Sometimes
pour
I
milk
say
before cereal.
That's pretty gay.
sometimes that's pretty.
You thought I was gonna say evil, didn't you?
Yeah.
Sometimes I think about like the expression walking in a landmine field. Sometimes I say I'm walking on glass. You know how it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, walking on
But now
eggs.
it's like line. Now it's like mines, but with glass on them, with eggshells too.
So it's
That's
an
how it
I'm
IED.
feels
just
like
telling
right
you to
now.
be
It's
more
just
in
an
touch with your
IED.
gay side, dude. That's not that bad.
Yeah.
Just understand.
I touched my.
It's the same thing as be understanding about your capacity for evil. It's like be like, okay, there was a psychologist who did like a thing with his class, and we're talking about like understanding your capacity for evil. And he's saying, like, all right, raise your hand right now if you were in Germany during the World War II, raise your hand right now if you wouldn't be a Nazi. And of course, everyone raised their hands like, oh, I would never be a Nazi. And he's like, okay, all of you would be Nazis because you don't understand your capacity for evil. If you understand what you're capable of, then you can see it before it happens and you can stop yourself. If you don't understand your capacity for evil, and when people start
That's a
tricking
good
you to do
point.
evil things, you'll constantly deny it and you'll be like, well, I can't be evil. Like, I could never be a Nazi, you say as you march down fucking Paris with your Car 98K surrounded by Panzers. You're like, I'm not a Nazi. I could never be a Nazi because you don't understand what it would take for you to become a Nazi. If you do understand that, then you can see it happening and say, wait a minute, I
Well-
know that I would follow orders for genocide blindly, so I'm going to ignore them. Same thing for gay. If you constantly say, I could never be gay, then next thing you know, you're sucking dick and you're like, well, I'm not gay. I'm only doing it once.
That just looks
It's
like
like,
a
nah, nah,
4chan
nah, nah.
post. That just sounds
This
like
entire this
I
entire
was actually reading that off of
conversation.
Reddit, so yeah.
That's it. This entire thing is cursed. It's cursed. This entire conversation
But that's
is
the best
cursed.
part.
That is the best part. Continue.
As my brother says, when you don't talk about those taboo topics, you don't learn anything from it.
that's a
If
very
you
good
don't
point.
go there, if you don't go to those places and talk about the things nobody wants to talk about, then you never touch it and you're afraid of what you don't understand.
All right. Well,
So what
audio
I'm trying to
listeners,
say is everyone out there, go suck a dick at least once and let
Exactly.
me know if you enjoyed it. And if you did, then there's nothing wrong with that, but you might be gay.
if you tried to be gay, write it down in the comment in
Yeah.
details. Our
Yeah.
analysts will come over and look at the data.
The same analysts that we have that'll take your porn recommendations or your first porn search, they'll also take whether or not you went through with this and made out passionate French making out kissing with a member of the same sex.
And this is how the data connects, because now we'll be able to make a correlation between people's first porn search and whether they're gay or not.
And whether they're gay or not. So if you're adamantly denying being gay, but you said that the first thing you looked up was Johnny Bravo Rule 34, then we know that's a bit sus because something doesn't add up there.
That's it. I'm looking
But
it up.
if you say that your first porn search was like naked woman with boobs, and then you come back and you say, yeah, I understand that there are certain guys who are attractive enough and could be nice enough that I'd be willing to like kiss them once or something. Like I'm not gay, but like I'd be willing to try it, or like I'd be, then we can draw the conclusion that you're cool.
Okay. Would you
Oh.
kiss another guy? That's the question now. Would you would you make out with another guy just to try it out?
I
Alright.
Bum, bum,
Maybe, I
bum,
don't know.
da-da-da-da,
I think-
da-da-da.
All right. I've looked up some things I shouldn't have looked up, and now
Gay guys kissing?
I can safely say that if your first porn search was Johnny Bravo Rule 34, you're gay. There's not a lot
There's
of women in here.
There's no redeeming quality.
These photos don't present a lot of women. There's a lot of men.
There's
so
not a lot
yeah,
of-
it's official.
Yeah. Okay. There's
You
not
could
a lot
say
of
Johnny scored. Johnny finally scored.
Johnny scored. That's good. That's
Oh
fun.
yeah, that's the
I
whole
like that.
point of the show.
Yeah, he's trying to score, and he's got some fucking game. He spits some lines. But
Oh, does he now?
Oh, he does.
I've never actually seen Johnny Bravo. Sorry. I think it was just not a show that I ever caught.
I've never caught it either. I've seen YouTube clips at some point sometimes.
Then how? Damn, you were talking about it like you were a fucking expert on the show.
I'm an expert on the show. I've watched like 7 YouTube clips. Let go of me.
Big Fish, would you ever make out with a guy?
Okay, it's time for story.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Okay.
It's time for a story?
Oh wait, what? Oh, okay. I
Excuse
thought he was
me?
trying to avoid it by like changing the subject, but now I realize that he might not be trying to avoid it by changing subject.
It was not in real life, but I tried
will
some
say-
gay shit. I tried
To
some gay
just
shit.
answer mine like super quickly, there is one man on this earth that I would make out with, and that's it.
And
So
it's
I understand my
Johnny Bravo.
capacity,
Moron.
and knowing that, I know that I would not seek a man to be my partner. But there is one man on this earth that I genuinely would probably be gay for
Nicholas
if I
Moran?
was actually gay. No, he's a very close
David
friend of
Fl-
mine,
David
someone that I've
Fletcher.
known for a long time.
David
Gordon
Fletcher
Ramsay.
with a mustache.
I would fucking kiss David Fletcher so fucking hard, his old fucking puny little lips. He'd be like,
He wouldn't be Vinegar anymore.
He'd be like, this tank is actually got an interesting history. Oh, Etta, what's it?
Alright,
That would be
boys,
very
you know what to do. I know our viewers know exactly what to do. It's fanfic time.
Oh god, the second Etta 320 fanfic ever written.
Anna undresses while he lustfully looks at David Fletcher's lips.
You know, these guys were super excited about my story, but now they've completely fucking.
I had
left
to make it about me again. But
Alright,
no,
so
please
go-
tell us
go-
your story.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go in detail because there's no fucking point.
Yeah.
But it was not in real life, and I tried some gay shit, and no,
Awesome.
it did not work. It did not work. I'm never doing that again.
Fair enough. You understand your
And there you go.
understand your capacity.
Yeah,
That's
I did
cool.
it.
You've tried it and you've done it, and that's
I'm
awesome.
not mature enough not to laugh at this. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. You can laugh at it. Ain't nothing wrong with laughing.
I just
No,
know where
there's a
you
problem
live.
if you're being like, "Yo."
You.
I don't know what that
Being gay
means, but
rocks.
It's
being
like
gay
I
is
start
objectively
saying,
wrong.
all right. It's like I just start saying, "Ooh, it's story time," and he goes,
Ooh, it's story time.
something like that.
That's how you should use your soundboard more
That was
often on the
That
podcast. I
was
think
the
people would love it.
first use of a soundboard I've been holding for what 12 episodes now.
You did
Yeah.
you did play with it accidentally sometime. Like
Oh, it's
Yeah,
really
you have
possible.
used it once or twice by accident.
I
No,
hope
even without accident, you did.
I didn't even notice. Well, yeah, and it's
Yeah,
also
for the walking. For the walking,
yeah.
you did.
I was about to say, right behind the scenes, the walking was me. If you couldn't tell by the big green circle that was lighting up next on my icon every time the people walked and stuff.
Well, and also the fact that it 9 times out of 10 didn't register, and it was just you clacking on your keyboard.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like
I'm
it just
gonna-
wasn't registering.
Hang on. No, I actually didn't even have a voice mod working, but we were at a desk at some point, and it was ringing a bell for a certain tea bag, and it should have sounded like.
Yeah, that's exactly what it should have sounded like.
And
But
instead,
alas-
it didn't, and I didn't realize it at all. And you guys were playing along. Yeah, that sounds like
That sounds like footsteps. Yeah,
And
even
it
though
was
it was
just
just
like
or sorry, that was the bell ringing, but it was actually
Such
just
a-
his
such a
incessant
good
keyboard
bell.
clacking. It was quite funny though. I think it added to it, honestly.
Just the epic
Can I-
fail.
Yeah,
Okay, can I-
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It just made you the audience sympathized with you because they were like, "Oh, this guy's cringe."
Oh, this guy's cringe. He's a bit slow.
This guy's cringe. Oh,
I've seen
come on, guys.
I've
Let's
seen
cut
his
a little bit
face
of slack.
alive. I've seen his face in the live. It's kind of weird. He's kind of ugly. Can I prevent Paul from typing in this Discord ever again? He just keeps sending memes.
I don't think you need to ask me. I don't fucking give a
I
shit
am
about
gonna
this.
be
Discord.
on
I don't
the
actually give a
Discord.
fuck about this podcast, so you can do whatever you want, man.
Fair enough. After all, it has been going downhill.
Since day one. And I've been
Hey.
saying that, man. I've been
He's
saying
been
that.
saying that. I've been saying that too. We've got so much in
all
common.
you
We
out
should be
there-
friends.
We should be friends. For all of you out there who have been saying that I wasn't saying that since day one, then
He
you're on
was.
shit, bro. Exactly. I don't know why people can't just accept that. But-
Some people, man.
Yeah, I'm actually planning to abandon this podcast this episode, actually. This is my last episode.
Dude, it's fucking ruined.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I
Just-
was kind of carrying the whole thing, but
Me and Paul,
you live
like,
and you
what are we
learn.
gonna do?
You're gonna
Probably
talk about
nothing.
you guys keep uploading, but it's just an hour of just like pure silence every single time. We still need
It's
to do
gonna
that
be-
episode. I don't know when, but we need
Yeah.
to.
It's gonna be an entire
episode
hour of like,
69?
stop sending memes,
Ah,
stop
yeah.
saying the N word, stop saying.
Oh, okay. I thought you were actually telling me to stop sending memes. I haven't sent one.
Because you have been sending memes, which makes this joke even funnier because it's proving that that actually is genuinely what would happen if I left. It would just be the two of you. It would just be him yelling at you, Nomad, for just sending memes in the chat when you guys are supposed to be talking about anything.
The current political state of the United States.
Yeah, he just repeat about how many war crimes he did in Yugoslavia. He'd do that joke 5 times per episode.
Former
And I was-
Yugoslavia?
All of them.
Or is
All
Paul
the
really that old?
Yugoslavias.
Yugoslavia too.
That's not. I didn't mean it like that. I meant like as in Yugoslavia doesn't fucking exist anymore. That's what I like meant by that. Do you guys think we'll see the reformation of Yugoslavia in our lifetime?
The fuck if
I mean,
know.
shit, that would be kind of poggers. I
I
don't
know,
know.
right? That's
Why-
all I've
why
ever
would
wanted.
it
I
be
fucking
poggers? I'm so
because
confused.
Yugoslavia.
Because
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I just
we-
see on
I know.
r/history memes.
I
I
know
just see on
everything about
r/history memes all
Yugoslavia.
the time. Yeah, everyone just posts about how badly they want Yugoslavia to be reinstated, and I don't know why. I don't know what the meme is like or why it matters, but apparently
I've
it
got the
is
secret.
important.
They're 14. They don't know what
Excuse
they're
me?
talking about.
Yeah, God, I fucking hate the history community. I hate the history community.
I fucking
I hate-
hate the history
I hate the
community
r/history
so much.
memes community. They're so fucking cringe. All the memes are just so. Well, girls cried during Titanic. Boys don't even have any feelings. When boys cried, it's just a map of former Yugoslavia, and it's like, oh, Yugoslavia is not there anymore.
The burning of
Boo
the,
hoo! It's like, what the fuck is so important about Yugoslavia? You can't just fucking make this meme and say, oh, boo hoo! I wish Yugoslavia was reinstated. Why? You have to give me fucking context. I'm sorry.
Or the
Oh,
but then
burning
you
down
asked-
of the Library of Alexandria.
The
Wait,
worst
Okay,
part
so
is
that's context because I know that Library of Alexandria, we lost a lot of important historical
Wow,
documentation.
no, we
so
actually
that is
didn't.
sad. I will
we
cry over that.
actually didn't.
Oh my god.
That's the
no,
thing.
Oh,
Because
shut up.
most of the documents that were in that library had copies of them.
whoops. Hey, finger slipped. And back
What?
at it again. He's back.
Nomad's trying to spread falsehoods.
No,
All
but, like,
wenches know
genuinely-
nowadays is look at thy
genuinely-
The
phone,
worst-
charge thy phone, eat hot chip, and spread falsehoods.
No, but like
Oh my
genuinely,
God.
the burning of the Library of Alexandria did not set us back at all because we had
You know, but
copies of them.
The entire joke is that I don't
Fair
actually
enough.
give a flying fuck about Yugoslavia.
Yeah.
And so
I
he's
think all of
going
this
on
is to
business
say
like I care.
that nobody actually gives a fuck about the reinstatement of Yugoslavia as a state.
And
If
the
you
worst
genuinely
part,
care, leave a comment down below, and I
we'll
don't know,
ignore it.
and we'll ignore it, but we'll also document it for further use. We'll know what kind of porn you watch. We'll know whether or not you're gay, and we'll know if you want the reinstatement of Yugoslavia. And all three of those things are correlated. And so we just want to make sure what
We just don't
demographic
want to
we're
explain
appealing to.
why.
Yeah, we're not going to tell you how, but those three items are certainly intertwined. Usually,
But to go
there's
back
a lot
to the history thing, like there will be a map of Yugoslavia, but then you'll not get it, and you'll ask for context. Big mistake. That's not what you
Yes,
do. They'll
They
eat you
never
alive.
ask. Exactly. You never
Bro, you
ask
don't know
r/history
about
memes to
Yugoslavia?
explain themselves.
Oh, you don't know about Yugoslavia? Fucking normie.
Yeah,
Fuck
you
off.
fucking
Shut
loser.
up. Get out. Touch grass, idiot.
Yeah. I also love when we're on r/history memes, or you're on that sub, and then there people are like, these fucking World War II nerds are so basic. Like it shouldn't even be called an interest in history if it's World War II. Like it's basically not the same thing. And the other like 50% of posts on that sub are fucking Rome. And everyone's like, World War II is so basic. Oh my god, I love the Roman Empire. Such
could
a
totally
fascinating part of
make a meme
history.
about
And it's
that.
like you're a fucking,
I have the
like,
meme
you're
in
a
my head.
cunt. Like you're actually a
the-
cunt.
Yeah. I have a meme with like the soy jack who's got like some fucking shitty beard and glasses, and he's angry at one side of the screen, and then he's smiling at the other one.
Yeah.
Ooh, World War II is so cringe. Oh my god, Rome.
Yeah, exactly. World War II is so cringe and basic. You're not a history nerd if you only care about World War II.
And then it's just like,
OMG,
oh my
OMG, I love Rome.
fucking Caesar got stabbed, guys. Did you know
You're
it
not-
was fucking Brutus?
You're not a
Yes, we
history
do.
nerd if you like anything in the 20th century. OMG, Brutus.
I play Oi4. I'm a nerd. No, I don't.
Well,
That's
the end
fine.
of
I don't think playing Hoi 4 innately makes you a bad person.
I think
But I mean,
Hoi
it
4,
certainly doesn't help your case.
it really doesn't. Especially if you pick Germany all the time.
Oh, God. I'm
I do
Chad.
see
I
the
pick
challenge.
Greece every single time, and I constantly try to invade Bulgaria, and it never works. I have yet to like actually play a game as Greece where things worked out.
I've yet to actually play a game of Hoi 4.
Really? It's
Yeah.
fun. It's really complicated, but it's fun. I just never get
I
those types of
do-
games. Like Civ 5 is also a game I'm just not good at.
I do see like the challenge in it. I see people trying to start as Germany for the sake of like, getting a challenge. And then
Yeah.
they post their progress on a Discord and then they're like,
Germany is
fuck!
not-
The United States joined the war. Fuck! And then that's the end of it.
Yeah. I just think the people who try to use Hoi 4 for like real actually so like I don't know, I'd like to meet the people who genuinely use Hoi 4 as like historical context because I see a lot of memes of those
Just
people and
go
those
to any
tweets
ISO.
are like,
Just go to any ISO.
yeah, I guess
honestly.
no, I mean you're right. I do know of the people who use War Thunder for like genuine historical like
Tank knowledge.
life and it's like are you seriously like are you genuinely like on my ass right now? Like are you actually like licking my butthole with this shit? Like you're actually coming to me right now and being
Unreal,
like,
right?
"Oh, I think I know what tank is better because I play War Thunder," and it's like, you do realize that like you're actually started, right? Yeah, I'll just never. Maybe I'm just scarred by the one experience. I'll never forget the fucking tank debate I had on that Discord with. It was on the Sprocket Discord. I talked about it in my Discord too. I went like into detail about it, but it was an argument with this dude about like a Sherman versus Tiger type scenario. And just all of his arguments were just, well, in War Thunder, well, in War Thunder, well, in War Thunder. And I'm like, dude, like, you cannot fucking, well, the armor values in the game are based on the armor values in real life. It's like, that, like, oh,
There's metal
man.
qualities.
Like,
There's
God
all
damn
sorts of
you.
things.
I know, like, it's just so, like, because they just won't fucking, like, crack. They just don't give up, man. They just won't fucking listen to
Werewolves
logic.
Do not
I
know
actually,
the
like,
word
turned-
giving up.
I actually left the fucking full-on release. I know furries. I hang out with furries like on Discord, and I
Fair.
enjoy them. I would have a dinner with furries in fursuits at like what's that fucking restaurant in American Psycho? The one you can never get reservations in. I would go there with like free furries in fursuits before I would go to like McDonald's with r/history people.
Yes, fair. That's based. Now that being said, yes, I do browse on r/history memes, but I do not
Right.
post on r/history memes. I'm a lurker.
I'm staying away from Reddit as a whole. Sometimes I'll go on Ask Reddit. That's going to be
Yeah.
it. That's the end.
I did go
Reddit.
through a period when I this is a story that I will perhaps tell in detail another day when I feel more confident in myself. But for the moment, I'll shorten this story up. Basically, I made a post on Reddit once that I very much regret. So much so, I regretted it so badly that I not only deleted the post not long after I posted it, but I also
That's you.
deleted Reddit. I
Oh.
uninstalled Reddit on my phone because I was like, I need to like not be associated with this. I need to let things cool down because if I show my face on that subreddit again, like they will fucking probably tear me to shreds.
Can I
And
know what it was about?
Fuck
it was
that.
it was an extremely tasteless meme. It was it was like 3 a.m. and I was tired as fuck. And I made a meme that I thought was funny at the time. And then I posted it and I was like, this will be funny. And I went to sleep, woke up the next morning, and it was a hellstorm. And I was like, yeah, actually, now that I see it from this perspective, this meme was not funny. And it was very tasteless and like it made me look like a fucking psychopath is what it did. So I was like, yeah, like I don't want to look like this. So I deleted the post and then uninstalled Reddit. So I went like a full like week or two without Reddit. And I don't know. I guess I felt some relief, but I don't know. My life didn't really change that much. I reinstalled it, so clearly I was like, I felt comfortable enough to go back.
Oh,
I don't know.
good.
I also
living-
removed myself from a lot of Reddits. I also removed myself from a lot of subs that I don't like. I recently got out of fucking r/non-credible defense because that subreddit is fucking cancer. I hate that subreddit now. At first, I thought it was cool, and then I stayed there for a while, and I was like, wait a minute. Actually, all of these people are retarded as fuck.
I'll be honest.
And like, I should okay.
I'm living via Twitter less life, and
That's good. That's good.
I feel like those people who say like, "Oh, I've deleted Facebook and now I feel free." That's what I feel like.
Yeah, that's good. I Twitter. I have a Twitter. I still have an Edit320 Twitter. I don't ever like look at Twitter because everyone I know who has Twitter and like engages in it like fucking hates it. So I was told myself like I'm gonna get a Twitter. Yeah, I told myself, I was like, I'm going to get a Twitter for my YouTube channel, sure. But like, I am not going to like actively engage outside of my own tweets and outside of like immediate replies and stuff to my Twitter.
I don't even tweet.
Instead, I just haven't even used it. Yeah, I haven't tweeted anything in forever.
You don't tweet. You follow your content creators you like, such as Getting Sidetracked. We're not on Twitter. I hope we'll never be.
Yeah, but just in case we are, that's the one.
Whoa. He cut off there.
Yeah.
Huh? Me?
Huh? Oh, he's back. He's back.
Oh, sorry. We don't have a Twitter, but if we did, that's the one thing that you should be doing with it. Yes.
Yeah. So like the true like expert's guide to Twitter right here. You follow your favorite content creators. Sometimes they do funny tweets. That's great.
Yes, my favorite content creator, Ben Shapiro. That's exactly what I had in mind.
Well, now you're just doing it to yourself. I'm sorry.
Well,
now you're just asking.
Hypothetically,
so yeah,
follow your local congresswoman on Twitter, specifically congresswoman, not congressman. And if you don't live in America, then I don't fucking know. Follow Parliament or some shit. IDK. I don't live in Britain.
Got him.
Yeah, those fucking stupid British people with their fucking Parliament. Lol.
You only go there to follow your content creators. You can also add in your friends, such as us right now. But the only thing that really does is know when they liked something. It's like, wow, you liked this meme. That's cool. I care.
See, that's both cool, but also dangerous because then you can see what your friends like and you can say, oh, wow, I thought I knew who you were, but I did not know who you were.
It's probably better this way because then you can just kind of
ignorance is certainly bliss.
There is, however, one more thing for Twitter, and it's to look at the score of hockey games during playoffs, and then you go see hockey Twitter, which is the absolute penultimate shit show of ignorant people. It just like I go there and it reminds me of like one of the last times I went to a hockey arena where everybody was just screaming shoot the puck at the fucking rink, despite the fact that the guy was in the back and there was like 5 players plus a goalkeeper in front of a goal. He cannot shoot, you stupid dumb fucking horse. Get out of my arena. I'm trying to enjoy my game. It's not gonna get in. Just wait. We're passing around. Shut up. Shut up. Shut your mouth. I'm aggravated.
I love Angry Big Fish. This is so awesome. I've never met Angry Big Fish, and I love him very much. Can you be my abusive father?
Yes, I'll be your abusive father.
Yes!
Like the fucking idiots who are like it was admittedly 2020 and they had done a Harlem Shake in like the arena.
And 2020?
Yeah, and the guy
that's already problem number 1.
No, look, that's not the problem. The 2 guys behind me, they look like the kind of people who would browse r/history already. Boy. And we're like, bro, Harlem Shake, such a dead meme. And then they screamed, shoot the puck a few more times. And then somebody like was on like the kiss cam or something, and he was wearing a camouflage hoodie. And the guys was like, ooh, where's the person? I don't see him. And everyone was like, what? And he was like, no, the camo, dude. The joke. Seriously, it was like Beavis and Butthead levels of fucking retarded. And it was like,
we will most certainly be talking about the pussy.
And then they fucking hate on the Harlem Shake. You're like, oh, stupid dead memes. I hate dead memes. But then they do a camo joke. I hate these people. I hope,
Oh, now I get what you mean. Like
I
he was
hope
on
they
they were
had
on
a
the
car
kids cam.
accident.
They were just like, ha ha ha, lol, I'm wearing camo. They can't see me.
Yeah.
That's
I
so fucking
sincerely
stupid.
hope violent things have figuratively happened to these people
Figuratively, for sure.
because I'm
We're-
not a violent man. I'm not a violent man, but
You're just a very angry man.
I'm a very angry man. I was in Florida, so I was hoping some fucking meth addict was gonna take her wallet, but it didn't happen, or at least not that I know of.
L. That's the true L taken that day.
It was
Yeah,
a
fuck
sad one.
there's just so many of those jokes that are just over. I was the same way about the Bob Simple tank in the tank community. There's just so many of those jokes that are just like you hear it over and over and over again. It's like, holy shit, like do you guys seriously just not have like anything going on in your brain? Like do you just fucking spit back out? It's the literal monkey fucking neuron activation. They just
secret for
spit
you.
back out the same
He's
jokes.
got a secret.
I got a secret for you. It's called teenagers. They're
That's
all
cool.
cringe.
This is actually
Yeah. You know, as a person who is officially 20 years old, I can go back and say that I fucking
like
hate.
I can go back to my old posts on Facebook and I would like to kill myself.
Dude, I've
Yeah.
never posted on.
Or just going to
I was
my
a
old
normal
war,
child.
or just going to my old War Thunder Live post and holy shit.
I was the normal
Yeah,
fucking guy. I just like watched Skies Does Minecraft or something. I don't know what's up with you two.
I mean, it's normal at that. Like honestly, it's just normal that at that age you post cringe and you make cringe stuff. I used to
I've
make
gotta
Bob
admit-
Sepp tank jokes. I used to make cringe
he's a
jokes that were
recovering
not
addict.
funny.
This is actually a convention. Like,
And I was always based, and I've been saying that. I was always based. I was
He was
never on those.
People who
based.
say they were
I was
based are the
always
less
based.
based people.
Nope,
Based.
I'm based.
Based
I'm
on
based
what?
because I'm based
Based
because
on
there's
what?
a man in my life who I would
Based on what?
date.
Based
And
on
you guys,
what?
Based on
You guys
what?
can't say that about
Hey,
yourselves.
we're doing the exact thing we're talking about. Based on what, though?
Based on what?
Oh yeah, those shitty jokes. That one was funny though because it would piss other people off. Oh
Based
wait,
on
hold
what is a good joke?
No, it's overdone, Felix. I'm sorry, it's all fucking overdone.
It's why it makes you angry, and I'm gonna keep doing it. But nevertheless, I've scientifically studied these issues we're talking about, and I've come to name it the Despacito effect.
What?
That is awesome.
That is a
The
fucking
Despacito.
stretch.
Shut up! The Despacito effect is what's commonly known as something something enjoyable being repeated so many fucking times that you genuinely would like to take the car radio, throw it on oncoming traffic in the highway. I'm tired of Despacito. It's been years and it's still ringing in my head. It's living rent free. And then it's been the same thing for the other fucking songs.
Literally
Where am I
that's on
going with
radio
this?
points.
I think there's certainly a word for what you're describing, but by God is the definition not that specific. You could probably
Yeah.
invent a word for that very, very specific definition of it, but in general, like the idea of something being repeated so much that like you begin to hate it, there's definitely already a word for that. I don't know what it is. Overused, possibly.
No, but
Overdone.
there's nothing as fancy as the Despacito effect.
The Despacito.
is-
I mean,
The
fancy.
song that plays so many fucking times that I think listening to like that amnesia song about what it's like to get Alzheimer's sounds more enjoyable. than-
Yeah,
it
what's
sounds
it?
more fun.
Everywhere at the End of Time. I unironically one time at work just like listened to Everywhere at the End of Time like while I was working one day. It's a good album. I mean, it's like 8 hours long, but if you listen to like the first 3 hours, it's great.
Yeah,
It's
3
very
hours to
it's just
listen
got
to
a very
music.
specific vibe. Huh?
You have 3 hours to listen to music. Holy shit.
Yeah, at work. I mean, if there's no specific, because the thing with my work is that I'm on the project team. The IT department is separated into two teams. There's the project team, and then there's what we call core team. And basically, core team are the people who respond to tickets, So like if you're a nurse and like your printer breaks or your computer starts fucking up and you just submit a ticket in through the system, they're the people who respond to tickets and will go like walk over to, you know, West Hospital or North Hospital or whatever and say, hey, we got a ticket that your printer was broken, let me fix it. What I'm on is project team, which is like, oh, like a new building is being constructed and we need to set up all these new computers and printers and medical equipment for like this new department that's moving in. Or like, hey, these two departments are swapping buildings, like you have to move all the new IT equipment. Or big go live events like, hey, we want to incorporate this new like self-serve kiosk so patients can check in on their own without having to talk to receptionists. We would then be the guys who they call to install like that kind of shit. So you like project team, not like responding to tickets, but like doing kind of bigger scope stuff. And when there's no immediate projects to work on, we don't do fuck all. So yes, I usually have time in my day to do nothing and listen to music.
It just
Recently,
reminds me of my time at the golf club, working behind the counter or something.
We recently got a new manager, and he's kind of the, well, if there's nothing for you to do, I'm gonna fucking find something for you to do, which is cringe as fuck.
It is
Because it
cringe.
means that you will literally for the past 2 weeks straight, myself and a coworker, there's not been much going on. We just got done with like 2 really big go live projects, like 2 completely new clinics that were set up at like the same time. For some reason, they wanted us to set up 3 whole clinics and have them all go live at the same day. So like that stretched us thin as fuck, but we managed to do it. I was in charge of Stony Point location, which literally nobody knows where that is, but whatever. Yes, I was a lead tech. Go ahead and bow on my feet. But yeah, so we got done with all that. So we had these big 3 projects that finished all at the same time. So then all of a sudden we went from being like super, super busy to suddenly having literally nothing to work on. And so my manager was like, oh, I'll find something for you guys. Don't worry. And so he assigned us to go to our offsite inventory warehouse and do inventory and count boxes and put asset tags on stuff. So for the past 2 weeks, I have been spending 8 hours a day locked alone with a coworker in a basement counting boxes.
That's just relaxing.
And I'm literally going insane. No,
But
trust
it's
me.
not
Well,
relaxing.
it depends on your coworker.
Fucking kill
It
yourself.
depends on your coworker, I guess.
No, here's the thing, bro, because you learn a lot about fucking human behavior. Is like we're cool. I still like him. He's a cool guy and we vibe, but they're like when you spend that much time together alone in a basement with like nothing to do but to watch movies or listen to music or talk to each other. When you're spending all that time alone with just each other, you not only very quickly find things that you vibe with and you both like about each other, but things that you also like, very minute things that start to piss you off about them. And so like we both acknowledged at the end of like the second week, we both went to each other and were like, yeah, like you're cool and all, but like, fuck, man, I don't want to spend any more time locked in this basement with you. And he was like, yeah, I agree. And like we shook on it. We're like, you're cool, but like, goddamn, like
You're cool, but
I can't do
fuck
this
off.
anymore.
Just fuck
Yeah,
off.
like, I
It's
can't
the
do
casino
this
effect
anymore.
again.
Yeah, well, and we're on good terms. Like this project is we finished it today actually, and so we're gonna go back to the main office tomorrow. And him and I are gonna walk into the main office and be like, all right, man, you go to your cube, I'll go to mine, and let's just not talk to each other for like 5 days, and then we'll come back and we'll be back on square one. Yeah, and we'll kiss. No,
It's a love story. That's the third fanfic for Edda.
is
Get
me
on
and
it, guys.
my coworker being locked in a basement for
This
2 weeks.
unnamed who knows who coworker.
Let's just say there are plenty of uses for a barcode scanner. I'll let
Yes.
you interpret what I mean by that.
I interpret many things.
Good. But yeah, that would be an instance where I had a lot of time on my hands because like we were literally doing nothing but taking inventory. And so on the computer that we were using to like scan asset tags and like do spreadsheets in the inventory, we would have up on one monitor that stuff, and then on the other monitor, like we would literally put on movies. He's actually the one who got me to watch. He got me to watch Arcane, which if any of you guys have heard of Arcane or seen Arcane, the League of Legends show on Netflix.
There's a League
It's
of Legends show.
Yeah, it's really fucking good. It's really good. I was skeptic about it, but I heard so many people saying good things about it. I was like, okay, maybe it's good, but I just never got around to watching it. But damn, is it good. Firstly, it doesn't have anything to do with League of Legends. So if you don't know shit about League of Legends, you don't need to know League of Legends at all to watch it. So like, that's cool. I think all it does, it takes like, I think there are like 3 characters in the show that are also in the game. and like the general like universe and atmosphere and like lore is taken from the games, but otherwise it's completely its own thing. It stands on its own entirely. You don't have to know shit about League of Legends. I didn't know shit about League of Legends, and I fucking loved the show because it's just a genuinely good plot with really well written characters. I highly recommend Arcane. It's an amazing show if you haven't seen it already. If you're on the fence about it, anyone listening at home, if you're on the fence about watching Arcane, fucking watch it. It's really, 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 really good. It's one of my new favorite animated shows. So anyway, yeah. Amongst many other things, we also saw Parasite, that Korean movie, because he's Korean and he's trying to like shove Korean culture down my throat hard, which was pretty cool. So I had a pretty like cultured past 2 weeks learning about Korean culture and shit. So yeah, we watched Parasite. That's another good movie. We watched what was the movie that I got him that was at my recommendation that we watched? I forget.
The Batman.
I don't know. No, him and I both agree that the Batman is fucking amazing though. Him and I both gushed over the Batman a lot, like when we first met. But anyway, yeah, that's all. So yeah, I was locked in a basement for 2 weeks, getting submerged in Korean culture, and it was pretty cool.
Now you're
I'm now obsessed with Pocky
Black
Sticks.
Panther.
Yep, the K2 Black Panther. I know Pocky Sticks are technically Japanese, but he took me to an Asian market one day because he's like, I got to pick up some like Korean sauce for my girlfriend or something. He's like, do you want to come with? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And so we went to like an Asian market, and I saw Pocky Sticks, and I knew like what Pocky Sticks were, and I kind of knew like the reputation they held. But I was like, I want to see like how good they actually are. And man, those shits are yummy. Those are some yummy, yummy shits, man. I don't usually like chocolate, but fuck, Pocky Sticks are delicious. I have a bunch of them now. I've got like 4 boxes of them now. They're yummy.
Nimble.
Yeah, take a little nibble.
Nibble, man. He's gonna do some munchies.
Yep. That's one of the titles for the podcast is Edda Gets Cultured. We can do what we can do lewd searches history memes and Edda Gets Cultured. Bam, that's the title for this podcast.
All right.
If you're watching this right now and that isn't the title of the podcast this episode, then something has gone horribly wrong.
You've been fooled.
I'm probably dead. Yeah.
Hang on, I'm gonna whip out my killing thing. Oh, watch out! There's a punch coming in for you.
Ow! Ow!
Oh boy,
no,
it's
please! Somebody
gun.
help
It's
me!
a gun.
Please. Oh no! Help me,
No,
please!
you're being kicked.
Ow! Not the kicks! No, they hurt worse
This
than
is pure
punches.
abuse. Oh
Ow.
my god!
No,
You've got to
please.
dodge. You've got to dodge the attacks. You're jumping around.
Whoa!
Yeah, you're
I'm
playing a
jumping.
video game in the
Oh
1920s?
no! Oh no!
Whoa.
You died. Game over.
Ah! Oh!
Continue. 10,
He's playing video games in
9,
the 1920s.
8, 7, 6,
I'm out of quarters. I can't continue. I don't
5,
have any more quarters.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to
Lamayo,
the Counting
you're
Down from
broke.
10 Count podcast.
Welcome back to the second in a row episode.
No, fuck
of
you.
the Counting
Feelings. I gotta
Sidetrack
go take a
podcast.
shit. All right.
This is the
I
first
tried.
weekend.
I
We're
tried
going
not
again
to say it, but I
for
gotta go take a
another
fucking
hour.
shit. So I'm ending.
We're
this
recording
now.
2 episodes
Okay.
in one.
All right, it's time to make some. Let's make shit up quick. Ooh, the car on tracks. It's
trolley.
stopping this.
Look,
No.
it's the building, the American La France building. This is where
Look,
Christie boys. Let's
It's
fucking
right
go.
there. It's sitting right there in its entrance.
They just got the fire truck parked straight out front. Hell yeah, let's go. Let's go.
The engine is. Oh my god! Look at him.
all
He's
warmed
like
up.
having an
Go.
argument. He's
I'm
having an
running.
argument with. Hang on. You're running soon.
Christy, who are you arguing with? Actually, wait, no,
Oh,
don't talk.
it's the U.S. government.
They won't give him enough money to fund the M1931.
Well,
He's gonna have
I guess we better. I'm running to the tank, the fire truck, you guys.
I hope that the development of the M1931 doesn't put him into debt.
Well,
I'm the
we'll
fire
give him
truck.
back. We'll give him the fire truck back if he gets into debt. Probably not. All right, I'm hitting the horn on this thing. I don't know what it sounds like. Oh, that's kind of
That
weird.
actually is genuinely what it probably was back in those days.
I think it was
That's
like
actually
or something like that.
Wah,
Wee,
wah.
wee,
whack.
see?
The horn goes. "Nah," see, it's like
I'm
a
rolling here.
doll. It's like a doll when you pull the strings and the doll like says like a voice line. Like you honk the horn and the
I
fire
have
truck
a
goes.
snake in my booth.
I like to imagine that it's.
Yeah, you see.
I like to imagine that it's not even a horn. It's actually like a rope you have to pull. It's like,
Yeah, like
you
it's
see,
like on a
I'm
train.
rolling here. Out of my way,
Anyway,
punk.
You guys have a
Alright.
good one.
Oh, we're stealing the truck now. We're driving away with it.
Yeah.
That's how it ends. Nomad's gonna go take a shit, you guys. So
Yeah, I
we're
really
gonna have to
like
stop.
this. This is a 12 gauge round that's
He's
about to come out
losing.
of my
He's
ass.
losing the battle.
I can feel the thing going.
Beep beep.
It's like
All
a
right,
reverse.
guys.
It's reverse anal.
Welcome
What?
back to this extra jumbo 2-hour-long podcast.
Alright.
We've done the first hour.
Shut up, Felix. I'm ending this
The end of
now.
it. The
All
end
right,
of it.
Scrub Ride.
Bye bye,
Goodbye.
Scrub Ribe.